Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display, daydeal.com's own YouTube channel regarding product previews, reviews, and demonstrations. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Seidio Surface Combo Kit for the Motorola DROID Bionic. You are more than welcome to check this kit out at its official website at any time. That is going to be located at www.seidioonline.com. So we're finally getting to the heart of the matter now. This is our first official brand name review of an accessory for the Motorola DROID Bionic. And as we mentioned in our other video, I believe it was for the Qmatics snap-on cover with holster, for some reason the DROID Bionic likes holsters. At least that's what manufacturers think, because all the holster accessories are being released early for the phone. And I guess that can always be a good thing. Now, the Surface that you see in front of us, we are reviewing the combo kit. This case is sold by itself, okay? So you can just go ahead and get that Surface case without the holster if you want to, but we would advise if you know ahead of time that you do think you need the holster, go ahead and buy the combo kit because it will save you a couple of bucks. If you buy them separately, it can get a little bit pricey. Of course, we're trying to save you money whenever possible. Now, the combo kit, as well as the Surface case, comes in 4 classic Seidio colors. We have all 4 of them here today. In front of us right now, you see black, sapphire blue, and amethyst, and we will be demonstrating the nice, dark, rich burgundy color, aka red, for you today on our dummy version of the DROID Bionic. Now, the Surface case has always been a little bit hit and miss with us here at Day Deal on Display, because a long time ago we weren't really that impressed with the Surface, but nowadays Seidio has kind of changed up their game a bit, and the Surface is, I wouldn't say inconsistent in a bad way, but inconsistent nonetheless, okay? Because some Surface cases are very basic, what we're used to seeing that long ago, that didn't really impress us, and then some cases like this for the DROID Bionic really kind of knock us off our socks, because it's a really great case in our personal opinion because of the way it's designed. It's not what we're used to seeing. Now, the Surface was originally meant to be the slim and sleek offering from Seidio, but like we said, they have changed up their game a little bit, and now the Surface can hold its own depending on the phone it's released for, and in the DROID Bionic that is the case. So moving forward, let's go and show you what the Surface is all about. Pretty straightforward stuff, even with this combo kit. Here it is in the flesh. Flesh is not a real word, okay? And my pronunciation is bad, but here it is in the flesh. I'm going to try that one more time. And it's a 2-piece slider case, okay, guys? It's not a snap-on case. And let me tell you, there have been a lot of angry people in the past and in the present right now, and probably in the future, who don't really like this design. I'm not too sure why. I absolutely love it, but I can totally understand why. I'll show you in just a moment. But nonetheless, it's a 2-piece slider design, very easy to put onto the phone. And you notice on the interior side of the Surface case, there's actually a nice thick layer of microfiber that you see right there. Of course, that's supposed to keep your phone nice and scratch-free during installation as well as removal, but it also adds a trivial amount of protection and cushion as well, should you drop your phone while it's inside the Surface case. Okay, I'm going to show you guys more of this in just a moment. Let's go and talk about the holster. Now remember, you can buy this separately, and this is included in the combo kit. It's a pretty standard holster. Seidio is not known for their holsters, okay, and that's not to say that these are bad in any way. These are much better than generic aftermarket holsters, the one that you would find on eBay specials, like for $2.99 or $3.99 or something like that. Those are absolute garbage, to be frank. This is much better than that, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. Speaking of the holster, the belt clip on the back rotates 180 degrees in total, so you can rotate 90 to the left, 90 to the right. It uses a standard spring hinge format that you see right there, a pin with a spring hinge. Pretty standard stuff, as you mentioned, middle of the road. Pretty durable, but of course you do want to be careful with it. You don't want to abuse it too much because it is a spring after all. If any of you guys have had holsters in the past, you do know that springs sometimes get warped because you're too abusive with them, and then they either end up popping up, the pin gets loose, or the spring loses its tension. All stuff you want to avoid. On the interior side of the holster, another layer of microfiber. Okay, this is pretty much just to keep your phone's screen from getting guffed up, because this is a Face InDesign holster, and the little cradle wings on the side right there just to make sure to keep the phone in place when you're moving around. And that's pretty much it for the holster. One thing I do want to mention is that this is a claw type holster. What I mean by that is that there's a little claw on the top. Okay, it's not complicated to use at all, but it can be an annoyance for some people. Okay, I actually like holsters that don't have the claw because I'm old-fashioned. When I need to access my phone, I want to slide it out right away. With this claw on the top, it holds the phone in place. It's a little bit more secure, but you cannot just slide out your phone because it's going to get caught on the claw. Okay, so there you go. Just want to mention that. So let's go ahead and put the Surface on our demonstration version of the Droid Bionic. I also want to kind of give a little demonstration on how to remove this case because a lot of people get angry at this phase of the game when they need to remove the cover from the phone. Okay. So installation is very straightforward. Just put the two pieces on and then slide it. Okay, you see that little lock right there, that little key? That's what I refer to it as. Okay, once it's in place, okay, it acts like those old-fashioned Chinese finger trap toys. Okay, once it's in there, you try to pull it apart, it's not going to budge. Okay, you actually have to hold one side down and then remove the other side. Okay, now Seidio puts this in their instructions, but people throw this away. Okay, they get the package, they're very excited, they just get the case out, put it on their phone, throw this away, and then they lose the instructions. Okay, how do you remove this case once you have it on there? Very simple. Okay, put your finger where the key is located. They even have a little indentation for that. Okay, not here. Not here, don't do this, don't do that, don't do none of that nonsense. As hard as you can with whatever finger is your strongest, okay? I'm used to the index finger. Right at the very edge, press as hard as you can. See my finger's kind of straining right there? And then gently wiggle the other side. It comes off very, very easy. Not complicated at all. One more time, guys, okay? Put the finger right there as hard as you can. Wiggle the other piece off. There you go. It's that simple, not hard at all, but for whatever reason it gets lost on people. I totally understand that. It's okay. I've been doing this for years, but it's pretty easy stuff. Continuing with our 360 video review, or 360 product review, I should say. Let's go and take a look at the Surface on our Droid Bionic. As you can see right there, the lip that is created is pretty decent for a Surface case because this is a little bit thick for a Surface case, admittedly. On the bottom right there, it's actually not a lip at all. They actually made it flat up against the phone. Why would they do that? They actually made it that way, guys, so that way you can actually press the buttons on the phone a little bit easier. Okay, that's made on purpose, all right? Same thing on the top side, you see right there, it's a little bit thinned out. Once again, if you put your ear up against the phone, they want to make sure your ear is flush up against the earpiece. I believe that's what it's called. So only the sides right here stick out a little bit, and not by much. But then again, this is a Surface case, it's not meant to be the heavy-duty case. Moving on to the top of the phone, let's go and show you the openings, one for the audio jack as well as one for the power button. No surprises, okay? These do have a kind of a tapered groove to them, or cutout I should say, so that means they should be easy to press in a natural position, meaning resting on your palm with your finger like such. And the audio jack, since it has a tapered cutout to it, come on focus, there we go, that means that straight connectors as well as angled connectors, as long as you connect it from this side, should be just fine. You shouldn't have any issues with it fitting. Moving on to this side, we have a nice large opening for your USB port as well as HDMI port, no surprises. On the other side, nice large opening for the volume up and down rocker switch. Tapered opening, meaning that it's very easy to press even with your thumb like this. Moving on to the back, showing you that nice rubberized textured finish on the Seidio Surface case. Okay, this has a somewhat light anti-static guard on it. It's not the one as nice as we find on Incipio cases, but it does do its job. It does keep lens slightly away from the surface, not that much, but ever so slightly, meaning that you can actually just kind of wipe it down with your hands and the dust will come off. On other cases, like silicone skins, for example, if they don't have that guard on there, if you wipe with your fingers like that, you actually add more dust to the cover in question. So I just want to go and mention that. Opening for the rear speaker, camera lens and LED flash. Let's go and show you the holster in its face in glory. For those of you who are curious, kind of go ahead and use this face out. Unfortunately, you cannot. It was not designed that way. Okay, you see right there, it does not fit. You can jam it in there if you want to. We don't recommend it because it wasn't intended to be made that way. So there you have it, guys. This is the Seidio Surface Combo Kit for the Motorola Droid Bionic. You can buy the Surface as well as the holster by themselves if you want to. And we think it's actually pretty nice darn product, okay, to get things rolling for the Droid Bionic. This Surface cover is relatively slim, okay. It's thicker than what we're used to seeing, but then again, that makes it more protective, okay. The holster kind of speaks for itself. We've always generally liked it from Seidio. Nothing too great, but at the same time, nothing bad at all. And we think it's a good overall value if you buy the combo kit. If you buy it itself, MSRP for the case is $29.85, as well as the holster by itself is $29.95. That can be a little bit on the pricey side, so you might want to go and check around, shop around. But all in all, definitely a I'm sorry, I'm getting a word salad right now. Recommended product from us. So check them out at their official website once more. That's going to be at www.seidioonline. Check us out on our own website, which is at www.daydio.com. And of course, keep following us on our YouTube channel, Daydio on Display, for more product previews, reviews, and demonstrations. Thanks as always for watching.